Hare Krishna. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Sutarasata Shri Śrīmad, His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Goswāmī Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Shigaho Shri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Swami Baladev Subhadra Ki Jai, Go Premanande, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, all glories to Babaji. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Swami Shamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravanatacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarne. Hare Krishna. Finally! That's all it takes to make Babaji happy, huh? Just do a nice kirtan, don't go out of tune. Ah, yes. Very good. That brings back the mood, huh? That's the old mood. Yeah. See, this is what ISKCON was like before things went crazy. Crazier. So this is real Krishna consciousness. Real Krishna consciousness should be ecstatic. It should be like a festival. It should be like the best party you ever went to. But all the time, consistently. Is your finger still cut?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay. I guess Venu had to go out. Yeah.
His car gone?
He sneaked out.
He shouldn't be traveling, he's sick.
I know. If he needs an excuse, I can give him a note. Note from his spiritual master.
He's here?
He's here?
Yeah. Oh, he's still here.
Oh, where is he?
In bed.
Just in bed. He's sick.
Oh. Well, that's where he should be. If he's sick, he should be in bed, not running around someplace. Okay. How many are on the online thing?
14.
Oh, 14. Very good. For a Saturday night, that's really good.
That's rare, actually, for Saturday night.
Yeah, usually it's 9 or 10 on Saturday night. So thanks for giving up your whatever you do on Saturday night. Krishna. It's really strange to be in America. It's really, really strange.
Oh.
Yeah? Did you see how everybody's walking around like in a trance? Buy,
They can walk.
must, buy. You know, I mean, it's like,
Three main qualities: fat, depressed, and angry.
oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, how can you remain calm, or how can you be centered or steady in an environment that bombards you with sensory stimulation all the time? You know, it's really tough. I mean, like I had to fight a lot of times when we were in Chile. You know, because it was like almost too nice. It was too like, yeah. It was like too. It was really intense. So it was like, sometimes I would have to fight to get everyone's attention on the class or on the kirtan. I was just reviewing one YouTube. I think it was Nectar of Devotion, Chapter 17, Part 2, where like everybody was like squirming around like little worms in the class, and you know, this is a symptom of misunderstood terms too. you know. And I'm like trying to talk about this really technical stuff and get through it and not make any mistakes. And I'm like, hey, you know, cut it out. You in the back of the class. You know, cut it out. And it's really tough because, you know, when we're talking about this very, very elevated subject matter, and the people that we're doing it for aren't paying attention, it's very tough, you know. It's like, what am I doing this for, you know? I want to have a feeling that there's interest in the group and that I'm meeting their interest with the information that I'm providing. Because it's based on my experience, I hope that it has some value, more than just, you know, reading from a book. And also, this particular book that we're reading from, The Nectar of Devotion, is a very, very rare, very exalted knowledge. You don't get this kind of knowledge everywhere. Even in most devotee associations, you won't get this kind of knowledge. You know, the devotees don't like to study Nectar of Devotion because it reveals too much about Kṛṣṇa. And then they can't hide behind these different schemes of control and politics and stuff. So we find that devotees generally don't study it. But this is the key. This explains how devotional service works under the hood. So if you know Nectar of Devotion, then if anything goes wrong in your Sangha, you know how to fix it. See, the key to everything is in there. So the devotees should study Nectar of Devotion to know how this process works. Then, if anything goes wrong, you can fix it. You know where it's off. See, this is a very important thing. Just like if you have a car, you know, we have computers and we use them for everything. So if something goes wrong with the computer, like it did tonight, then we know enough about how it works that we can zero in on the part that's broken and we can fix it very quickly. Whereas other people would be like fishing around for hours trying to figure out what's wrong, you know. So this knowledge, analytical knowledge, it gives you a real advantage. When things don't work right for some reason, that you can easily isolate the cause and fix it. So if someone is going to be a guru, especially if they're going to manage a transcendental group and try to please Kṛṣṇa with their devotional service, they have to know these things. How is the process working? What's the theory of operation? How is it satisfying Kṛṣṇa? And how is it transforming us so that we become pure devotees? Because that's what this is all about. If you don't have this aim to become a pure devotee, it's very easily sidetracked into either material desires or mystic powers or liberation or bliss or some other distraction, politics or false ego. You know, I'm the guru. I mean, give me a break. You know, and we see this kind of you know, false egotism among the devotees, you know. They relish it, some of them, even like really get into it. I happened to see, I was checking around some video sharing sites the other day. You know, we're still kind of evaluating the video sharing sites and you know, trying to keep up with which ones are better. And I happened to cross a class by, you know, one of my godbrothers. And he's since left ISKCON and he's now with another group and all this. But anyway, he was giving a class and he was relishing, they were actually relishing the pastimes of the devotees' false egos. I'm not kidding you. I was shocked because this devotee is supposed to, he presents himself as being very intelligent and erudite and all of this. And he was talking about how he and some other devotee were in an airport and the the customs inspectors tried to mess with them, and this guy was like so heavy and so cool that he, like, you know, blew off the customs inspectors with his powerful false ego. I was going, you're wasting your class talking about this stuff? Why don't you talk about Kṛṣṇa? Why don't you relish Kṛṣṇa's pastimes? Why don't you focus on the things that are going to make spiritual advancement when your disciples hear them? Why are you focusing on these very, very peripheral kind of things? You know, what's the message in that? Well, if you become a devotee, your false ego is going to become so powerful that nobody will be able to mess with you. Oh, great.